That's what the zone wants you to do.
Hopkins needed to be a little closer. You're right about that. The zone pushed him so far away, never got it to the rim.
I like this three-guard look that Mark Few's gone with here in the latter stages of the second half. They've got some really good action going offensively and defensively, able to extend out, pressure the basketball.
This combination, no seniors on the floor for Gonzaga. A couple of freshmen, 2 sophomores, and the junior Elias Harris. Down the stretch. Now a foul against Chase Stegall. He's had a tough game.
Stegall 0 for 8 from the field. 0 for 6 from behind the arc. And he's coming off was a very solid performance against Purdue. He hit 3 of 6 from behind the arc, finishing with 11 points in that game. And you're looking at guys that can step up in the final 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Fromm and Stegall are the 2 guys, but Stegall hasn't shown signs of life offensively yet.
One more coming for Gary Bell Jr. He's at the free throw line. He's also hanging with the students.
Nice game for Gary Bell. 2 for 3 from the floor, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he has not shot the ball excessively well. So I like the fact that he hasn't forced things. In the last 2 games, just 25% shooting from the floor.
He's going to be even more popular with those students by the time he's done here in Spokane. Well, Thursday night, ESPN2 has a college basketball doubleheader for you. 2 good games. Memphis and Georgetown at 7 Eastern. Then that great rivalry, Illinois and Missouri at 9 Eastern. Holiday Hoops is presented by Kay Jewelers on ESPN2 Thursday.
See the 3-guard lineup for Gonzaga. We talked about that. Frank Hay at Missouri sometimes going with a 4-guard lineup, and it has worked out real well in the early stages of this season.
One of those still undefeated teams, and they've played about as well as anybody. Foul now against Stockton. So Butler, final 2:11. They're going to try to extend this game. And it may not work, but I like it, Sean. I think too many coaches wait too long to start fouling the opponent. At this point, the clock is the biggest enemy of all. Now, it may be for naught, but
I think it's the right move by Coach Stevens. And you have to know your personnel of your team. If you're the type of team that can create turnovers and score in transition, score quickly, then maybe you don't start fouling with 2 minutes left to go. But if you're a team that has struggled to shoot from the floor all season long, once again below 40% shooting in this game for Butler, then you need to elongate this game as much as possible.
Well, 1 for 2 from David Stockton. So you trade 1 for 2 or 3, maybe start to chip away. But Butler's got to play with a lot of urgency here. As precious seconds are ticking away. There's Stegall, still 0 for the game. Gonzaga fans starting to sense this victory here tonight in the Kennel. When we're done, Sports Center will follow us. Final minute 30. Pangos up over the defense.
Why not? It's been that good of a game for him. Just good feel, good soft touch, elevation up over the top.
Hopkins, another air ball. Nothing going right for Butler in these last few minutes.
They are 1 for their last 13 from behind the arc.
And ultimately, that's going to be the difference again for Butler. They had some chances in the second half, but just could not make enough shots. They're getting stops on defense, but the ball was not going down. Here's David Stockton for Harris from the corner. 3!
I love the fact that David Stockton made the pass and immediately held up the 3, knowing it was going to go in, having confidence in his teammate.
Stegall, and a little too late, his first made basket of the night. Butler, after this one, will head down the coast, take on a very good Stanford team a couple nights from now.
I love the balance, though, about Gonzaga. They do it from inside, outside. Elias Harris with 19 points. Pangos with 19 points as well. And they did this one tonight without Robert Sacre really having an impact on the offensive end of the floor, other than the awareness in which Brad Stevens and the Butler Bulldogs showed him.
Final couple seconds tick off. Gonzaga gets the 71-55 win. Sean, I give them credit for playing one another. It was a fun matchup. Ultimately, though, the Bulldogs of Gonzaga a little too powerful.
Yeah, and they're going to be too powerful for a lot of teams coming up, especially in the WCC.
Final score, 71-55. Zags get the victory. For Sean Farnham and our great ESPN crew, Dave Fleming coming up next on ESPN2 Sports Center. Good night here from Spokane.